Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Donkey Kong 64, and in this episode, we get our first look at the only female Kong in Donkey Kong 64 that's playable, Tiny Kong. Now, a lot of people got upset over Tiny's inclusion in this game initially because, obviously, she's not Dixie Kong. She's not the already established female playable Kong in the Donkey Kong universe. But, you know, she shares a lot of similarities with Dixie. I believe they were said to be cousins, if I remember correctly, or maybe sisters, I don't remember. But they are relatives somehow. In any case, we have, just like Lanky, we have 100 bananas, 100 bananas, 5 golden bananas, including a blueprint, as well as all the banana coins and stuff that we can find here. But you also might recall me saying in the last episode that the mystery of the banana fairies will be revealed sometime during this episode. Well, it will. But first we've got something we need to do. So let's go up here to this cave. Remember last time we found Tiny's Kasplat up here, just past the one that Donkey was able to beat up. But more importantly than that, we also have 3 banana coins. Now you might be thinking, well, you're going to use the 3 banana coins to get get her shooter, just like you got with Lanky, right? Oh yeah, Tiny's main attack is she uses her hair. Which, you might think, well, that's kind of dumb, but then, think about it. Monkeys aren't naturally blonde, so if you can imagine the amount of dye and the amount of gel that she would have to put in it, not only to keep it, blonde, but also to keep it straight and in those tails without, any seen ponytail holders. Yeah, those things are going to be pretty heavy. But yeah, anyway, now that we've got some banana coins, those are going to be useful for us, because we're going to head right over, not to Funky's, but to Cranky's, because we actually need to get Cranky's ability with her first, and then get her shooter. It's far more important for us to do this first. I perfected another one of my potions! We're going ahead and get it! Mini Monkey, Kongum Smallest. You can now use my special barrel with your face on it. Leap into one and prepare to be amazed as you change size. You'll only be able to remain like this while your supplies of crystal coconuts last, though. Alright, we'll go ahead and skip the rest of his dialogue and leave. Because this mechanic is actually probably not only the most unique in this game, but it's also the Kong barrel ability that is used by far the most in this game. Because it's not just used in each level. Not even, some Kongs don't even have their barrel abilities used in each level. Tiny's is used in every level, and it's also used in the overworld, in the final area, and even in several of her boss fights. That's a lot. So with that, we're actually going to leave Jungle Japes for now, and we're going to come back here later, because now that we have her mini monkey, $1 billion. No, now that we have Mini Monkey, we can actually head across Donkey Kong Island and go towards here. Go ahead and slide into the water here. Well, see, remember I said that this was Banana Ferry Island over here? Well, if we were to come over here before, there really isn't anything that we can do. There's some crystal coconuts on the island. There's a very, very small entranceway over here. There's a banana port. There's also a door back here, I believe. Yep, for Tiny if we wanted to get a golden banana for her. But we can't do much else with any of the other Kongs. But now that we have Mini Monkey... This ability uses your crystal coconuts. Cancel the moves by holding Z and pressing left Z. So we'll go ahead and run around to here and enter Banana Ferry Palace.
Oh, I just don't know what to do. There was this huge tremor recently, and it scared my banana fairies so much that they panicked and flew away. I'll reward anyone who manages to find them all and bring them back to me. Please help me, little one. Calm down, Miss Ferry. My friends and I will look out for them for you. Oh, thank you. but I'm afraid you won't be able to simply grab them out of the air. The only way to catch banana fairies is to trapping them inside special banana skin photographs. Here, take my magical camera. It already has some film in it. To activate the camera, press and hold C, then press down C. Take a fairy's picture by pressing B as a sign of our friendship. I'll now teach you and your friends a secret ability. Press and hold B to power up this move, and then release the button to activate it. As well as protecting you, it can also be useful for unearthing hidden items. Unfortunately, it needs a crystal coconut to work, so use it wisely.
Yep. Now that Tiny has made friends with the Queen of the Banana Fairies, we can actually use 2 new moves. Holding down B allows us to charge up and then release our power in one burst of energy, Dragon Ball Z style. And that creates a shockwave that not only kills almost every single enemy in this game in one shot, but it also allows us to use those hidden dirt mounds that we've been seeing all over the place. And I'll be showing you what's in there in a minute. We also have, if we press Z and down C, this, our banana camera, which allows us to take pictures of the banana fairies and then capture them for the Banana Fairy Queen. Now that we have both of those abilities under our belts, we're going to go ahead and head back to Jungle Japes and finish the level off with Tiny. Now see, not just Tiny, but all of the Kongs now can carry the Banana Fairy camera, and all of them are going to be needed to take pictures of Banana Fairies at some point or another during the adventure. Not just Tiny. Tiny's the one who basically, she starts the whole thing, but any Kong can take pictures of them. It doesn't matter. And every Kong also has their own unique version of the final flash attack, I guess you might call it, or Big Bang attack if you're being more. If you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, you know what I'm talking about. Big Bang attack. Big Bang sort of attack, I guess. But anyway, now that we have those abilities, I'm going to show them off a little bit. I think, if I remember correctly, we can get up here, over here with Tiny. We might have to do this with Lanky, actually, but yeah, we might have to do this with Lanky. I could swear it could be done. No, I'm misremembering. Or no, I'm not misremembering. I remember what I was thinking when I thought of it. It's just wrong. We can only get over there with Tiny. It's possible to, but only with a move that we don't learn until another level. So, might as well forget that. What can we do now? Well, we can go... Yeah, let's do that. Let's go back to Cranky's area and hit that switch. Now, you might be thinking, well, four Kongs... No, there are 5 Kongs, actually. So, why are there only 4 areas here for Kongs to do? What about the 5th Kong? Is he not going to have one here? No, he's not. He's going to have one in that Ramby area, underneath that boulder. So there it is. Right there outside of the entrance to this area. But the problem is that we only get 30 seconds to get it this time. A whole 30 less than we had with Lanky. But it's alright, as long as we use the banana warp here, and then just go ahead and jump and swim around to the side here, we can get it with time to spare. It is possible to get this one without using the banana warp. I have done it, but it is really hard. It's down to like the last 2 seconds or less. So we can go ahead and do that. Now we also need to get Tiny's shooter. So, let me see. We're to 2... You know, I'm gonna go back to Cranky's area, and then we're gonna head into that other area with the banana fair. We're gonna head back into the other area that I said, the one without the boulder, towards the water. You may have seen a banana fairy down there when I was exploring with Lanky, or you may have heard one. I don't know if you saw it, but you probably heard it. But in the area with the water to the right of where the boulder is, there is actually another banana fairy. There's 2 banana fairies in each level, so we gotta find them all. Capture them. Because it's not just for completionist's sake. Oh no, these help a lot. So go ahead and whip out our camera. Now this one's moving pretty slowly. It's pretty sedate, pretty easy to capture. This is one of the things that actually makes this game really frustrating, is that banana fairies, as the game goes on, turn into little spazzes, because they are almost impossible to get on camera. They'll just flit around like faster than you can move the control stick, and your best bet will be just to stay in one place and wait for them to come to you. The thing is also that their picture hitbox isn't quite centered on their body. You just gotta go by the little circle, the little face up in the corner. Whenever you see it turn green, snap the picture. See, I missed that. She's right in the center of the picture, but that's not good enough. This isn't like Pokemon Snap. You have to be. It's a lot less forgiving. Unfortunately, though, you have plenty of film, and this is the only time you're ever going to use it is for this. So it's not like you're ever going to run out. But then for getting the Banana Fairies, the Banana Fairy Queen gives us a special reward. She refills all of our items and makes our item holding capacity for film and for crystal coconuts 1 more. So we can actually hold 21 both we can actually hold 21 crystal coconuts and 21 rolls of film now, instead of 20 like we could before. And every Banana Fairy that you catch will increase that capacity by 1 more. And you might be doing the math in your head. There's 2 in each level. There's, I'd say about, I can't remember, but 7 levels, let's just say. There's going to be around, I'm trying to think, 20 Banana Fairies in the game? So, no more than that. Yeah, maybe about 20. Because there's, I think there's a couple in the overworld, as well as being in the levels and in the final area, which is technically a level, but technically not. But anyway, we're going to go into Funky's and get Tiny Shooter. We'll skip his dialogue, because we've seen it several times already. And pull out your feather bow! Now you might think, well, Tiny's got a bit of it's kind of a dinky gun, kind of a stereotypical girl gun, a little crossbow. Yeah, it kind of is. But it's actually one of my favorite shooters in this game. Partially because it's so small, and partially because it shoots feathers like arrows. Now, this pad, we got it explained to us when we were first entering this level. It's a Battle Royale minigame, which basically, well, you know what? The easiest way to explain what it is would be to show you. Eva Brawl! Now, in this game, we actually have 30 seconds not to knock out our opponents, because they'll just respawn. That 30 seconds is how long we have to survive against a non-ending gauntlet of enemies. Obviously, this one we're just up against naughties. We're not really facing anything too impressive, but believe me when I say that this is going to get harder. Well played! And for winning, we get a Battle Royale crown. That Battle Royale crown is actually going to be somewhat important later on. Not too important, not drastically important, except, you know, you can't finish the game without them. Also, when you first play this game for the first time, that crown, without one of those crowns, you cannot play the multiplayer at all. So you have to play at least that far into the level and beat that with Donkey single player before being able to play it multiplayer. And the multiplayer in this game is totally worth it. If you've not played this game multiplayer, I recommend doing it. Even if you have to buy a console and buy a copy of this game to do it. So go ahead and hit both of those, and we open up this gate, which leads to an area that is going to be important for Tiny, as well as another con that we've got coming later. And then this banana warp pad, you might say, well, the number 5, where is that? Well, remember where it was? We've already unlocked it. Yep, it's up here. Now, there's not much, this isn't much for us to do up here. It's basically just to grab coins. But, you know, every little bit helps. We've got 7 coins now, so we've got plenty to afford Cranky's next potion whenever we get it. So, go ahead and knock that guy out. Now, these little logs here are what we, one of the 2 things that we have to do with Tiny around this area. Let's go ahead and dump one in here. This is what I mean. Mini Monkey is used a lot in this game. It borders on being a repetitive mechanic because there's a Mini Monkey area in each level. Even if it amounts to nothing more than just doing something like this, just using jumping up on top of a mushroom to fall into a tree stump and grab a golden banana. We only have 2 left to find with Tiny, by the way. But there are a couple of more things that we... You know, this is going to be used a lot, and it's going to be done... Like I said, there's going to be several mini-games and even boss fights that are done from a mini-monkey... I just cannot talk tonight at all, can I? A mini-monkey's perspective. We'll go ahead and run in this log. It automatically runs for us while we're in here, and it won't drain our crystal coconuts while we do either. So go ahead and... We got to pick up some bananas while we're in here, so... There's actually 2 logs. There's one on this side of the entrance, and there's one on that side. We want to make sure to get to them both before our crystal coconuts run out. Which is we're not going to. With 21, we're not going to run out of crystal coconuts. So, we don't have to worry about that. Just want to make sure we get everything. Because that's what we're doing in this game. We're going to literally 100% this game. We're going to get everything. I'm going to go ahead and... Now, I could cancel out of the mini-monkey, but it's a waste of time. Because there is another mini-monkey barrel up here, but I'm just going to go ahead and head it right in. Now, once you get to an area that you can only stay small, like this, obviously, if we couldn't grow big in here, we wouldn't be able to fit back out. So, our crystal coconuts will no longer drain, thankfully, which means that we can pick up crystal coconuts at will here. There's another interesting thing about the mini-monkey ability, is that the sprites all get bigger, obviously, of things like ammo boxes, but the hitboxes, not text boxes, hitboxes don't get any bigger. So that means that you'll be missing stuff when you think you should be running into it. We'll go ahead and head into this disco area, kill that purple claptrap, and pop that balloon. Slam this. Now see, that's see those? Did you see in the background there the arrows or feathers? See, that's why I like this so much. It's basically like I have a bow and a crossbow. You know, the ammo only bears the loosest relationship to feathers. Okay, we got 2 more coins, one on either side of this archway here. We have 9 with Tiny now. Which, like I said, it's not going to be a problem for us in a bit. So, go ahead and kill both of these guys in here. Not because we have to, but because I feel like it! Let's hit that switch. Now, yeah, you remember I said that there's going to be a mechanic that we really don't need money after we obtain it? Well, that mechanic is actually the shockwave attack. Because the items that we can dig up from those dirt mounds, now that we have our shockwave attack, is actually a special coin that allows us to get 5 coins for every Kong, even ones that we haven't unlocked yet, when we collect it. Go ahead and refill on crystal coconuts. Run around this part. Zingers swooping down to get us, but they are not going to because we are not that stupid. Go ahead and jump up here and grab our golden banana. We only have 1 golden banana left to find with Tiny. We're almost done with all 4 of our current Kongs in this level. Obviously, we still have some bananas to find, but, you know, we can do that, right? Yeah, we can do that. Go ahead and head out here. Since we refilled on items, we're not going to need to collect those up over there. Take this guy out. Go ahead and use this. You know what? I think I'm going to switch to Lanky real quick. I'm going to show you guys that dirt mounds that I saw before, as well as get that other banana berry, since I can't get over there with any of the other Kongs somehow. For some reason. Whatever. Go ahead and head down here. Across this way. Jump for your life, Lanky. That's what happens when you fall from a height and don't try to stop yourself in any way. You'll just splat against the ground. You always lose the same amount of melon. You don't have to worry about losing more for different heights. Okay, so this up here, it's kind of hard to tell from this camera angle. There we go. Alright, so this is just one of those dirt mounds. You'll find these all over the place. You use your charge-up attack, and you unearth a special coin. Hey, Lanky! That's a special coin you've picked up. It gives 5 coins to each Kong. So, yep, not only give we 5 coins for Lankies just from that 1 coin, we also got 5 coins for every other Kong. So go ahead and come in here, too. Get that other banana fairy. Now, see, this one's already more flighty than its predecessor. So, what you do with the really flighty ones is that you actually can get farther away, and that actually drastically increases the margin for error you have about keeping the banana fairy centered in the picture. Stop talking. Where's the Frank West? Stop talking and just snap the darn picture. Oh, jeez. See, the thing about it is that when you pull the trigger on the picture, it actually slows down the frame rate just a hair. Just enough so that's enough that the banana fairy can dodge out of the picture and you won't get it. So we'll go ahead and... Yep, we got it. Alright. Banana fairy imbues us with a little more power, refilling all of our ammunition and increasing our capacity. Oh yeah, it's 12 for the rolls of film, not 22. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't read that number. I can't read! Go ahead and jump in here, I guess. Now that we have Tiny's shooter, we can actually get her last golden banana, but you might remember that we're still finishing, collecting all of her bananas as well. How many do you have with her? It's something you could just press start to check your status, see how many coins and everything you have. I might as well explain the rest of this while I'm here. Press R to go view your status for each level. Obviously, you can see the banana medal is grayed out. We only have 70 bananas total, and 3 out of 5 golden bananas. Go ahead and page over again. It shows you how many banana medals you have total, as well as whether you have the crown, and how many bananas total, and banana fairies. So, and this is your total game stats. Golden bananas, battle crowns, boss keys, and banana fairies. And banana medals. So I'm going to go ahead and head back over this way so we can get Tiny's golden banana, her last one, and also we're gonna see if we can track down all 30 of her remaining bananas. I know we missed at least one banana balloon by Cranky's, and then I think there's another one where we found the first banana fairy. So that just leaves 10. There's 5 more right here, and I bet there's another bunch on a tree by Cranky's that I missed. So, that's all of them. Go ahead and jump in here. Okay, now these are annoying. Splash Salvage. Collect all the coins, but watch out for the starfish! Believe me, these get annoying. We have to play... This is another game that we only play a handful of times, but it's going to get worse. Mostly because your depth of field in a barrel-shaped object to swim around in is not great. Especially when you get down on the bottom here. It's really hard to tell where you are and where the coins are. And not to mention that those starfish are just going to make your life a living pain. There's one across the middle there, one over here. Alright, now, that's not the hardest that the swimming mechanics in this game get. They're going to get worse. Swimming mechanics in this game are okay. They're not the best in any 3D game like this that I've ever played. You know, this is basically the game that I grew up on, so I'm somewhat used to them, but they can be kind of awkward. It can be hard to make your Kong stop when you're swimming, and or even start, because they have such a slow acceleration to full speed. But yeah, there's more pain coming up later with those swimming mechanics that we got. Anyway, we've got Tiny's last golden banana, Sweetness. We've got we're gonna find her banana balloon around this area. If I remember correctly, there's also some bananas on a tree for her. I'm a dork who doesn't know where he's going. I swear, I get lost doing the little things in this game a lot more than I get lost doing the big things. I get lost just finding my way around inside of a level, but I still know where I still have like this instinct that tells me where everything is. Okay, there they are. I knew they were somewhere around here. See, that's what I mean. I knew just from coming over here with Lanky that I knew that they were there, but I just couldn't remember exactly where. It's like all of my instincts are dulled to a fine, rough edge. You know, I can't quite remember everything, but I still remember that it's there. I can't remember exactly where it is. Maybe it's because I'm just so bad with directions, naturally. Anyway, I think her last banana balloon is in here, if I remember correctly. Yep, there it is. Alright. Popped! And with that, we've actually completed Jungle Japes for now! yep, we've actually done everything that we set out to do. Well, if I were to check the status screen, it would show that we have 4 out of 5 bananas for all the Kongs. That's not counting the blueprint bananas. We have all 100 bananas for all 4 Kongs, as well as all of their banana fairies and everything else. And as Tiny shows off her mad orange grenade juggling skills, I'm going to be leaving you guys off here. In the next episode, we will be going to Angry Aztec with both Lanky and Tiny, and I'll show you guys everything that there is to do in that level with them. Okay? So I'll see you guys next time on Let's Play Donkey Kong 64. See you all later. Good night, folks.